Alright, this is the first ever album review on the channel. I just, thought I would make this channel for like the 5 people on Discord that want to watch it. But yeah, Gunna released a new album recently, so I thought, I'd just review it, Now, like, as far as like Gunna's concerned, I didn't expect him to have like a really good album, but I didn't really want to listen to a bad album either, so I hoped it was good. And I was actually really pleasantly surprised. So yeah, let's get into the review. So track 1, Private Island. Basically, this track had a nice chill guitar beat that wasn't like basic or boring. It was just a nice chill guitar beat, and Gunna was good on it because Gunna and his guitar beats go well, and it was a nice intro track. Like, out of all the tracks, it sounded like an intro track. Alright, so track 2, Pushing P. This is one of the tracks of all time. It just is. It's one of the tracks of all times. It isn't necessarily good or bad. It's a track on the album. Like, in all honesty, all I can say here is that Gunna is in fact pushing P. Alright, track 3, Poochie Gown. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, but basically the beat's kind of hard, that's pretty cool. And I guess you can't fuck with Freddie Gibbs for some reason. Now, this is one of those songs like I'll add to my playlist. It's not something I'll exactly like go to every day, but if I put my playlist on shuffle and then this comes on every now and then, I won't be mad. I'll listen to it. Now, track 4, Mop. Now, on this track, Young Thug brings the energy right from the start, and Gunna actually keeps up with the energy, but this track still feels like a Young Thug feat Gunna, not a Gunna feat Young Thug song. And I don't mean that in like a bad way to undermine Gunna. It was just like if you showed me this song and you're like, alright, is this on a Young Thug album or a Gunna album? I would probably pick Young Thug. Anyway, regardless of what I said, the beat was hard. Track 5, Thought I Was Playing. Another insane beat. I was like, what the hell? Mike Will fucking May just went off on this beat, bro. Like, it was a really good beat. Gonna glided over the beat, and 21 Savage had a really good feature. Alright, track 6, How You Do That. How You Did That. That's how you did that? That's giving... Track 6, How You Did That. Alright, so this was another good, like, really good beat, and both Kodak and Gunna, like, did really well, and they like, complemented to each other, so yeah, pretty good track. Track 7, A Lot of Cake. Gunna finally sounds awake on this track. Also, all of these beats are too good. Like, usually Gunna, he gets like the throwaway beats, you know what I mean? Like, they're trap beats that aren't really bad, they're just boring. Like, they give all the interesting beats to like Young Thug and Future, and then like Gunna's just left with like the throwaway Metro Boomin beats or something. But these beats are actually really good. Track 8, Living Wild. What the fuck? Why are these beats so good? Like, each track, the beats just keep getting better for some reason. Like, I didn't expect this from a Gunna album, and all the Gunna fans are like, meh, all Gunna songs are good, but like, my problem with Gunna in the past is that he just sounds uninterested on his tracks, most of them, not all of them, and the beat is usually just boring, so it doesn't even carry. However, this album is an exception so far. It's definitely my favorite Gunna album so far. He also talks about how drugs are wrecking his body on this song, so yeah. Track 9, You and Me. I don't know how, but like each track has an even better beat. Like the beats just keep getting better. Also, Chloe, like with a umlaut, I have no fucking clue how you say that, but she had a good feature too. Alright, track 10, South to West. Another great beat that Gunna slides over. Simple as that. Track 11, 25k Jacket. There was really no messing around like with an intro or anything on this track. They were just straight into this track. And for once, I actually think that Gunna did a better job than Lil Baby on this song, which, you would hope that he would because it's a Gunna song, not a Lil Baby song, but you know what I mean. Like, for once, Gunna did better than someone on the track, which I think is pretty cool. Now, track 12, Too Easy. This is the lead single for the album, so, I've already heard it before, but like, that beat is insane, and Gunna just he makes this song an absolute banger. Also, Future's verse was really good too. Track 13, I Don't Know That Bitch. Alright, this track is a bit disappointing, really. Like, each beat was getting better, each Gunna performance was getting a little bit better, and then on this 13 one, for me, like, Gunna goes back to his, like, quote-unquote past self of being, like, boring, sounding uninteresting. To you, he might not, but just to me, he does. And the beat is still good, but G Herbo just easily carried him on this. This was definitely Gunna's worst performance on, like, the album, but, like, the song is still kind of good because the beat is good, and G Herbo's verse was really good. Track 14, Flooded. Alright, so same old guitar beat. Gunna actually sounded interesting on a fair portion of the song, so yeah. It wasn't the worst song. Track 15, Life of Sin. good beat, Gunna performance not bad, and I don't really like the features on this track, to be honest. Track 16, Die Alone. Die Alone, bro? V-Lone, Die Alone, that Uzi look. This track had a nice beat, Gunna was good on it, and the features were good, so you know, overall good track. So track 17, Missing Me. Good beat, and slightly better than the last song. Now we're up to track 18, So Far Ahead. I think that's greater than Empire. This is the last song on the album. Like, technically there's one more, because there's like a remix to Too Easy, but like, that doesn't really count. As far as I'm concerned, this is actually the outro, and honestly, this is, again, me being surprised at Gunna, because not only is this a longer song, it's like 5 or 6 minutes, because it's a 2-part song, but like, it's really good because most trap albums, for some reason, they just seem to like neglect the outro song for some reason. They just fill it with like another song just to make money off of. But like, this actually sounds like an outro song. Like, Gunna actually put the effort in to make like a quote-unquote outro sounding song for the outro of his album, which, you know, is not revolutionary, but like in trap, for some reason it is. Like, it's underappreciated. It should happen more. So yeah, good on you, Gunna, for actually making an intro track that sounds like an intro and an outro track that sounds like an outro. Again, that should just be normal, but for some reason it isn't. Anyway, yeah, this is a 2-part song. Both parts were nice. Like, the beats were nice. Gunna was, you know, he did his thing on it, and basically he was just talking about how he grew up poor and then now he's a rich man. So yeah, in conclusion, this album was surprisingly good. Like, all the Gunna fans are gonna be like, what do you mean surprisingly good? Every Gunna album good. But I mean, like, most Gunna albums, to me, they just sound boring because he sounds uninterested, and the beat usually isn't too interesting. There are like some exceptions, like Top Off, one of my favorite Gunna tracks, you know, for example. Drip or Drown, that's like a classic song, you know what I mean? Also stuff like Drip Too Hard, he does his thing, and like all like the really popular Gunna songs are fine, but you know, just usually I don't like listening to his albums because they're just like bloated, boring garbage. Or like he'll go for like an underwater theme, for example, and just make it again sound boring and uninteresting. However, this album was actually really good. Like, good on you, Gunna. You seem to improve just a little bit each time. So yeah, in conclusion, thank you, Gunna, for actually making a good album this time. And you know what? I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, which is much higher than I'll give any of Gunna's other albums that like currently exist. Also, I forgot to mention that this album's called Drip Season Forever, so it's the 4th Drip Season album by Gunna, and I think it's the last one, according to Young Thug's Instagram post. So yeah, that's cool that Gunna ended the Drip Season like series, I don't know what the fuck you call it, on a high note. Anyway, yeah, that's the end of the review. Go watch another one of my videos.